Ladies and gentlemen, happy 2024 to you. This is the first official episode of Lights Out entering the new year. And I know it's kind of like a new look for everybody here. Myself, I'm in Maryland on my old setup. Light back in the hood in his basement dwelling setup. Cosmos living lavishly in Japan on Watch's setup. So a little bit of a different look, but the same three lovable Negroes you've grown to come to care about over the last 9 or 10 months. So gentlemen, we have a lot to cover today, but I want to know how everybody's feeling. Let's start with Trap Lord Light.
I never thought Cosmos would be above us. There's my first 2024 shot for the year. So bang, had to hit those real quick.
That's a compliment. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I hate you. I mean, I'm doing good. I'm tired, but I'm doing good. Just getting back from Let's Make Big Moves. Got a weird situation going on at home that maybe I'll share within a couple of episodes. But I'm back at Chavo and Ajax's setup for now until I get my situation going on. So that's why I'm sitting here with Zangief's craft in the background. So How about you, Cosmos?
You said you're tired. I'm tired. It's 5:16 a.m. I got a tournament in Japan, like a summit-like tournament in 5 hours. But you know what? Nothing takes heat over the podcast. So gotta be here for your boys.
I'm happy to hear you say that.
Yeah, well, at least one of you feels that way. I do appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you guys as well, our viewers. So it is important for me to let you know, if you haven't liked, comment, and most importantly, subscribed to the YouTube yet, make sure you do that. It helps us a lot. It helps us get into that algorithm. It helps us grow. We are going for 100K into 2024, so help us reach our destiny. But with that said, a lot of stuff to cover, okay? A lot of stuff to cover. 2 big tournaments went down this weekend. Luminosity Makes Big Moves, aka Let's Make Big Moves, and Umebura. Luckily, I'm sitting with the 2 gentlemen who did great at both events, other side of the world, but this is America, so we're going to start with the U.S. first. We're going to talk a little LMBM, talk to Light. He got 7th place at that event. So Light, I'm actually very eager and curious to know how you felt about the LMBM experience and your tournament run getting 7th place.
That event was amazing. Let's get that out of the way. It was very well ran. Max and Joe are the GOAT.
Yes.
It was just a great time. Starting off before the weekend, I had a lot of stuff going on in terms of trying to move and doing a lot of other stuff. And a lot of stressful stuff happened. I wasn't really able to practice for this event. That being said, I wasn't really the most confident until I went to the pre-local at Encore in, I think it's Rochelle, New York. And I went there and I played a single game. And I was like, wow, I'm playing really good for someone who hasn't played in a while. I think I could just win this tournament. And I did win the tournament, And I won it over WebbJP twice, which is very funny considering he beat me at the major. Yeah, so...
VODs.
He said what?
VODs.
Yeah, no, for real. So, I felt good going into the weekend, better than I thought I was, and I had one goal. I just wanted to start off the year right. I didn't really have super ambition to win. I just really wanted to make top 8. Honestly, it was a great time doing the crew battle there. We had our own Lights Out episode. It was such a great event because I think what people look for in events is that, people who don't stay in the competition as long as top players do, what is there to do around the area? And there was just so much going on this weekend, and I absolutely love that. Everything before Sunday, which was the main bracket, just doing the podcast with you and everybody around, that was a great time. Being on Coney's stream was also a great time. There was just so much activity going on. The 24-hour venue, I don't know about you guys, but I really feel like I'm at an old school Smash event when a 24-hour venue happens.
Yes.
Because you're just there gooning sometimes until 4 a.m. Max has a knack. He did this at Miami too, where he likes to run top 128 on Sunday around 2 to 4 p.m. ish. And honestly, that's amazing because not only does he run it very fluently, but it gives us so much time to do whatever the fuck we want beforehand. I finished my first pool Saturday at 12 o'clock, and then I have the rest of the day to myself. I had time to practice, actually eat on Saturday, which, Cosmos probably knows we don't usually get to eat throughout our tournament days. Yeah. So, I had some pretty good ramen. It was just a great time. And then, yeah, it was just a really good vibe. Come to tournament day, I lost a lot earlier than I thought I was going to lose to. I almost lost to a Ridley named Smub because I had no idea what the hell. Yeah, no, he's really good, but that character is a gimmick, you know?
Yeah.
At the end of the day. And I didn't realize how good that character was on ledge. A lot of people were psyching me out versus him. You know, people usually start 128 or pools or whatever at different times, you know? But for this event, everybody started 128 at the same time. And it was so funny because all of us went to the bathroom, like all the top players, we just all went to the bathroom at the same time from VIP. And while we're like waiting to use the bathroom, everyone's like, oh, who do you have to play? Who do you have to play? And I'm like, oh, I have to play Smut. But everyone's like, the guy who got ZD canceled? they're like, you gotta play him, bro. He's really good at the Fox matchup. Like, you're not, like, that's really hard for you. And I'm like, all right, guys, well, thanks for making me nervous, you know? That's all. That's just what I need to hear right now.
People do things like that, bro. That's the exact same thing that happened to me at Genesis Black. I was like, people were like, who do you have to play? They're like, oh, I have to play Major. Oh, the one Ganondorf that's like really smart at the game when he plays Ganondorf. Good luck, bro. Oh my fucking God. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, bro. It's like they're talking to you as if like you already lost.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, they were saying that. There was some stuff that happened when I fought Smub, and I saw some tweets about it because, you know, people are obviously going to be mad that I won, you know, because I'm the top player. So, I'm going to talk about that a bit. What happened with Smub is, he was up 2-0 on me.
Really?
He was up 2-0 on me.
He was beating his ass.
Yeah, he was destroying me. I didn't understand, because, you know me, I'm a ledge trapper, right? I play Fox.
Yeah, it's hard to ledge trap Ridley if you don't.
I'd call it impossible. So we'll talk about...
Unless you have a sword.
Well, yeah. Well, I'll talk about what I did. And I don't really mind talking about it because I'm sure Smub was able to tell exactly what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know? He just couldn't stop it. So there were some difficulties. The first game that we started, the audio cut off mid-game. And it really fucked me up because he's up a stock in like 90% at this point, right? So he still has 3 stocks. I have 2 stocks. He goes for an edge guard. Audio cuts off. I thought he hit the edge guard because he doesn't hit me. He doesn't kill me, but he hits me. But he SD is doing the edge guard. So I, thinking I'm dead, I just free fall. And I die. And I notice I die and I was like, no. No, fuck this. So I call the TO and I tell them what happened, right? And I told him that like the audio cut off like at a pretty fucking crucial moment. And then Smub was like, do you want to restart? I was like, that would be really fucking unfair to you if we restarted because you're already up a whole stock on me, right? So I was like, I'm not happy I lost my stock though. I was like, can we like USD doing that edge guard? Can you just start off at 2 stocks and I'll start off at the percent you hit me at when I lived? So it was like 2 stocks, 90 or 100%. So I was like, is that fair? Like, are you okay with that? He's like, yeah, that sounds like it makes sense to me. So we start off the game at 2 stocks, 2 stocks 0% for him, like 2 stocks 90% for me. I had him do the damage before he SD'd because I didn't want his moves to be staled, you know? And then that problem didn't matter. He won that game anyways, you know? And then there was another problem that happened, I think, game 4, where the screen cut out, right? And that one pissed me off because the screen cut out. He was planking me because he already figured out my game plan by this point, right? He knew that I wasn't going to approach him at the ledge, and I knew that I could just beat his ass center stage, right? I was like, I have a better neutral. If I just keep playing better neutral than you and don't let's trap you, I'm not going to lose, which is how I won the set. But there was one point. This was on the quad stream, so it's going to be on YouTube eventually. There was one point where I didn't really, I guess my game plan wasn't solidified yet. You know, I'm still nervous. I'm down a game. He's up by like 70%. I'm at like 100% the second stock. He's at like 30% the second stock. He's ledge camping me. I finally bait him off the ledge to attack me. I punish it with a dash attack up tilt. I get my free mechs up there. As soon as I up tilt him, the screen cuts off. And I'm like...
why is the screen cutting off so much though?
It only cut off twice. It cut off once in the character select screen and we stupidly ignored it. We were like, whatever. And then the second time it cut off. The first time was the audio. The second time was the screen cut off where this happened. I got pissed because I was like, yep, my advantage state started. Of course, the screen cuts off, you know? He starts off, after they fix the screen, he starts off on the right side small battlefield platform, and I start off under him. He literally, as soon as we start off, he runs off the right side of the platform. My advantage state is over. I have to win neutral all over again. So I'm fucking upset about that. But I still win that game. And then there was 0 problems game 5, and I just beat him. So there was a lot of, obviously, problems that happened that set. So I see why people wouldn't be happy. But I learned the matchup mid-set, and I'm pretty confident that if I played him again, I would win. But other than that, I'll try to speed through my one because that was a long one.
It's fun.
I played Webb. Webb's really good. I'm not really surprised that I lost to him because when I beat him at Encore, it was shaky there as well. I really feel like when I like think about Sheik, I feel like I know Void more than I know Webb. I feel like Void's such a unique player. You're playing versus Void. I don't think I know traditional Sheik stuff. And like Tilde was telling me about that. He was like, I don't think you know like the traditional Sheik stuff because there's a lot of stuff that you could be punishing that you're not really doing well. And I feel like Webb's really good at understanding Fox.
Yep.
So I feel like there's some stuff I need to look into there. So I dropped into the losers bracket pretty early because Webb's really freaking good. After that, I had a 5-set losers run where I fought Mr. E, Justice, who upset Dabuz. I could have fought Dabuz for like 25th or 17th. So Mr. E, Justice, Jazzo, who I did not want to fight, Mute Ace, SHADIC. I fought those 5.
Damn.
And
that's a run.
Other than, I dropped 1 game to Jazzo and I dropped 1 game to Mute Ace. But other than that, I mean, including them, like, even I destroyed everyone, honestly. Like, sometimes you go to lose bracket, you're not nervous anymore. I honestly ripped through everyone. Mr. E, I like double 3-socked him the first 2 games. Jazzo, once I got my footing, the second game I won, he did 43%. And like after he lost, he was like, damn. Fucking
Not much more
SHADIC.
you can say after that.
Yeah, SHADIC close games, but like I was camping the shit out of him. I wasn't dealing with those mix-ups at all. Mute Ace, I remembered what I had to do and just cleaned it up. I got like a little bit of a robbery game 4 where like I just killed him super early with an up air.
That was the only thing that I saw that set.
Where I just killed him kind of early to end the set,
Yeah,
right? I caught his flow in the air.
Yeah, I had like 84 and he just died. I was like,
and I was like, yes. and then Justice, I just kind of outplayed. That matchup's not too well for them, for men. So yeah, I just played really good. Got to Spargo. I will admit, I'm not really upset I lost to Spargo. I feel like I got a little content, with my goal. I hit top 8 and I got a little content. I got a little soft, where Spargo still wanted to win the whole thing. So it makes sense that I lost to him. But I will say that I honestly, that game plan that I keep mentioning to you guys that I did in Spargo, I really kind of forgot it like before going into the set. And I was getting punished for a lot of the stuff that I usually did with Spargo before then. And then around game 3, I remembered a lot of what it was that I had to do, which is why game 3 was so convincing in my favor. And then game 4, I lost because he got such a nice confirm. That fucking fair into finishing touch was crazy.
Yeah.
But,
now, can you clear something up about that fair finishing touch? Was that true, or like was there a point where you could have teched on like Fox's second bounce to avoid it?
I could have teched the first bounce.
First bounce, okay.
But I never, as a player, I never tech any first bounce that Fox ever gets. I'll never try to do that because it's too fast. And if I try to, then I'm locked out of the chance to tech the second bounce. So I always tech the second bounce. And Cloud usually makes Fox bounce twice. So I wasn't expecting to get finishing touch there. Like, I would have at least attempted to tech the first bounce, but like, who knows if I even would have,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I didn't expect that. So that was really good on him. But I don't know. I'm very confident when I go into Spargo again that I will beat him because I don't know. Everything was clicking again. I was remembering everything. I remember everything I did wrong. And I'm just like, okay, this is fine. He wanted more than me and he deserved it, honestly. But I'm really ready for the next time I play him. And I got what I want. I started off the year in a top 8, which is just how I want it. I'm going to be going up and up this year, putting in more effort than I was already compared to last year.
I love that for you, man. I think you're absolutely going to like achieve even further than you think. Cosmos, did you get a chance to see LMBM? Was there anything that stood out to you? Obviously, congratulations to Tweek, who actually won the whole thing over Sonix, which was really good. Any standout moments for you?
I did get to watch. I basically watched like the majority of the last day, because I was top 16 of Umebura was Monday, which I'll talk about that later.
Yep.
But watching Tweek play was really cool and seeing how he was playing well against basically everybody, because prior to the tournament, like basically all of December, I decided that I was going to practice a lot more, and Tweek was one of the players that I practiced with a lot. I basically played with him like every day or every other day, so we got a lot of practice, which is why I feel like I started playing very well too, and probably why he did too, because whenever you just get to play with a top player very often, like not only do you get better, but it also just raises your confidence to understand like how good you really are as a player. So it was very cool that it definitely translated for him too into bracket. Outside of that, it was just very satisfying to watch Leo play. Because even though he didn't win the tournament, I could definitely see that he was definitely enjoying playing the game, and he was definitely playing like he definitely wants to win. And he was playing a lot more like himself. And I'm very glad that he basically used, I don't know if he used any other characters like before top 128, but like just him going full Joker the entire tournament was very, very fun to watch, because I know that prior to the tournament he was also practicing solo Joker, even though he said that he was going to play some Rob too. Just seeing him basically be down against a lot of players with Joker and still stick it out with Joker, which is basically what he would do whenever he was in his prime too. I feel like that's definitely a testament to how much he definitely still cares about the game, even though he's not like, he doesn't obviously care as much as he did before, but he still cares.
He does.
He still cares a lot. I don't know if he'll care as much, but I know that he cares a lot.
I'll say this. As of about an hour ago, he made a tweet on Twitter. Hey, finally home. Excited to keep improving, practicing, and competing. He's locked in.
So
he's locked in.
Let me tell you, before I tell you about what he said to me.
Give me that.
Setting this before I tell you that, for the podcast to know. Me, Charles, Tweek, B, and Phil were watching Leo versus Tweek and Leo versus Spargo. And let me tell you, like, okay, you could like say that he was been playing Joker these last few years, but like, no, he played Joker. Like, bro, I was like, me and Tweek were like such fanboys. Like, we were literally jumping around, like giggling.
It was crazy. Upstairs was crazy.
Oh my
God! Yo, bro, like he was doing very inhuman things, like things where I'm like, bro, no, this is when he is like caring. Like, he didn't win, and I swear to you, the only reason he didn't win is because not everything is clicking yet. But like, oh my God, like me and Tweek were talking, we were like, he's just the best player in the venue. Like, he's clearly the best player in the venue. And I gotta give it up to Tweek, because when Tweek wins, every time you watch Tweek win, it's like a very disciplined win. Like, you know, he stuck to his game plan.
Yeah.
He doesn't really do anything that you would feel is too out of Tweek's character. It's not really crazy. Like, Tweek plays a very strong creative flow chart that only he can understand. And it's just really beautiful watching him win. That said, it's really impressive how Leo makes Tweek and me feel. And when we went up for top 8 to like the top 8 like award ceremony, and we're there, I talked to Leo. I was just like, how do you feel? And he was just like, I talked to him and Spargo. At first I talked to Spargo. I was like, how do you feel? And he's like, not good. I wanted to win. And I'm like, okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
And I talked to Leo, and then I was like, how do you feel? He was like, bro, I'm feeling really good. Like, I don't know what happened. I just want to win everything again. Like, he was like, I just want to win everything. And I was like,
why?
He said, I said, you know, Genesis is coming up, right? And he was like, yeah,
that's why. That's why.
Genesis season.
I said to him, I was like, we're gonna do what we do every year. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm gonna make top 8. I'm gonna beat everyone. I'm gonna be up 2-0 on you, and you're gonna reverse 3-0 on me again. And I'm gonna look at you, and I'm gonna be like, good luck, buddy. Congratulations.
I won the tournament.
Which has been happening for like 2 years, bro. I think he's beaten me in top 8 at like 3 out of the 4 Genesises, which is actually crazy. But Yeah, no, man. I'm really happy to see it. I honestly talked to most of the people about how they felt about getting their top 8. Sonix was very okay with getting second. Something very interesting about him is that he was saying that he didn't really feel that great this entire weekend. And it can come off as a John or bullshit because it's just how people are. Sonic definitely has an ego, so he's definitely wants to win everything, and he probably was just a little nervous. But Tweek said it, I said it, and a couple other people said it. Where Sonix visually looked like he wasn't playing his absolute best this weekend. And it's crazy when other top players can notice it as well, because people will take their wins when they can.
Sure.
Tweek won winners finals. I was like, I got lucky. I need to lock in for grands because I don't think he was playing that well. We didn't even think Sonix was going to make it to him because he just didn't seem as confident in his game plan as he usually does. But after he got second, he was smiling. He was having a good time. He was like, I just happy that I got second when I feel like I was playing bad, because that means when I'm playing good, I'll get first, So definitely a good mindset that he had ending that tournament. I feel like most people had a really good mindset after losing top 8 this year.
Yeah. And probably for good reason. I mean, that was a really good top 8. That's the kind of top 8 you want to start off the year, 100%.
It really was.
I do wonder though. I know Spargo wasn't happy. I know Sonix was content with second, but I have to go and ask you guys' opinion on Sonix versus Spargo. Spargo's up on him 2 games with Corn. I think, and then put switches to Cloud. I think he did.
Yep.
And then got bodied. Was there any reason for him to switch to Cloud other than trying to just not let Sonix catch on to what Corn's doing, or you think he should have stayed Corn the whole way through and probably would have won?
You play Corn, so I'll let you go first on this.
Oh wait, Cloud won game 1?
Yeah, his Cloud.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Did?
Yeah, his
Oh shit.
Cloud won game 1. It wasn't super convincing, but
Okay.
it was still a solid win. And then he only went. It's just Corn on Final Destination is fucking broken.
Of course.
So
Insane.
counterpicked Final Destination, and he just counterpicked Corn, and that's why he basically 2-stocked in that game.
Gotcha.
And then he lost game 3, which he should have won. He had
a huge lead. Yeah.
He ended up just losing it because he wanted to end it with a counter, and then Sonic just he probably still should have won after that, but Sonic just momentum him after that. And then I don't blame him for switching to Cloud as a player and tournament perspective. He wants to change momentum because he probably notices that Sonix has momentum from game 3 going into game 4, I believe. So it's okay, well, I won game 1 on small battlefield as Cloud, so we just repeat what I won and do the same thing. So that ended up happening, and he ended up losing. And then he was okay, well, that didn't work. I don't mind that he did it because he still had another game to work with. Because he knows that his core was doing pretty well. It did well game 2. It should have won game 3, probably. So he was okay, well, at the end of the day, if I don't win game 4 with Cloud, I can still try game 5 again with Corn on Final Destination. And it was still going pretty well. It's just Sonic ended up clutching it out. So I don't think Cloud beats Sonic, but I do think Corn beats Sonic. I do feel I remember we talked about it a while back on the podcast, me and Light, and we were just saying that we're regardless of what character Spargo plays, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to player versus player matchup for Sonix versus Spargo, because they play all the time, and how Sonix is, what Sonix does is anytime he loses to a character, especially Spargo, he'll go into the grind Discord and at that character and try to find somebody to play against that plays that character, play with them for hours, because he just does not want to lose.
Did you see his tweet? Did you see his tweet? No. Hey, I'm looking for Diddy practice. If you can pull a banana and monkey flip, you're good.
He says that about everybody, bro. He was I'm looking for Fox practice. If you know how to nair at the ledge, you're good. Dash attack. Bro, it's crazy, man.
So he does that. He does that anytime he loses to Spargo. Anytime he loses to Spargo's he'll at me on Discord and try to play me. So the fact that he's always going to be practicing against Spargo's character, it doesn't matter if the matchup is a win or a lose. It's just player versus player. So I feel it doesn't really matter which character Spargo was playing. But Corrin would definitely seem like it was just working better than the Cloud that tournament for him against Sonix.
Gotcha. We'll see if how Spargo's rotation will go for that. What else for that top 8? And some honorable mentions too. I mean, SHADIC getting 9th. That kid is he's going to have a big 2024. Look out for him. I mean, SHADIC.
Tilde getting top 8.
Yeah, Tilde getting top 8 was insane. 2 spaces in top 8. One of them being Tilde was really cool. Unfortunately, he had to run into Maister though. And unfortunately for that matchup, Maister did not play as Wario. He played his Game & Watch.
It's crazy because actually last Let's Make Big Moves, I'm pretty sure Tilde beat Maister.
I'll say a couple things about that. One, I think Maister was on one this tournament. I mean, Maister hasn't been getting top 8 as much lately. Honestly, all the Mexican players, including SkyJ, shouts to him. All of them showed out this tournament, all the top Mexican players. But I don't know. Game & Watch for like a losing matchup like Falco Game & Watch or Fox Game & Watch, it's just hard, man. Like, you don't play the matchup for so long, and you have to remember all these little niche things, and it's like, it's so hard to remember all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, but either way, good job to both of them for making it. I'm very happy there was another Spacey and another New Yorker taking it. The fact that a tri-state player has taken every LMBM is insane.
That's the streak. Tweek won it last year, defended his title. I love when players are able to defend their titles. Some of the great defenses I think of in the past are like, obviously, Leo at Genesis. This one for Tweek here. Remember when Naira was playing, he defended MomoCon and SmashCon. Like, just anytime somebody's able to defend their titles back-to-back is just so sick to me. I love that.
It's so cool.
It is. It really is. It gives you a good storyline. You know something else that's really cool, guys? Something new I'm going to do after major tournaments. It's called EE's MVP of the tournament. I have a graphic prepared for it as well. If you want to bring up the stream, any guesses on who EE's MVP is for Let's Make Big Moves?
Is it always like a good player, like someone that did very well?
Obviously, it ain't no scrub.
If I had to say what mine would be, it would be SkyJ.
Okay. Cosmos?
Probably Leo.
All right, no doubt. Listen, Leo, no doubt about that. Inspirational, gave us all goosebumps, but I couldn't give it to him because, like Light said, SkyJ, that man SkyJ was insane, okay? And this is coming off of some rocky performances in the past. I had to look at the totality of the performance. An Incineroar, okay, seeded against some damn near impossible. He had to beat Sinji, for God's sakes. He took Sonix to game 5, for God's sakes. 1 game away from winners finals, okay?
Now,
EE's MVP goes to SkyJ. And I'll tell you what, outside of winning the World Cup, that's the greatest accolade you can get, senor. Enjoy it.
Okay, there. I will say, this isn't a Lights Out podcast if I don't make my viewers hate me a little.
Okay.
I will say that was mine and Dabuz's side of bracket, and oh my god, that shit turned into a wacky ass bracket. But SkyJ still got some pretty freaking good wins because it is not easy reverse 3-0ing Acola. That is not easy at all. That is insane. Jazzo, I can't imagine that Ken would struggle versus Incineroar. So honestly, just make all these odds. And the most impressive thing, which I don't know, I'll be honest, I'm going to talk some shit here. I don't know if this is just a testament to SkyJ. This is just a testament to what the fuck was going on with Sonix. How the fuck do you go game 5 with Incineroar as Sonic, bro?
To be fair, it's very interesting. If you notice the way he played SkyJ and the way he played everybody else. Yeah, he didn't camp him. He was really running into battle. It was insane.
SkyJ is one of the best players in the entire world at like playing the aggressive. Yeah, if you run out of SkyJ, it's like, not only is he very good, because, okay, so people don't understand why it's so hard to hit counters and revenges. The reason it's hard to hit counters and revenges is because when you do a counter revenge or a witch time or whatever, your character always changes their animation where they usually like back up a little, So like that timing is very hard to hit. SkyJ is one of the most consistent counter hitters we've ever seen in any Smash game. So he clearly understands aggressive options.
Yes.
So like, why would you want to fight SkyJ head up? It's just so dumb. SkyJ is one of the best players in this game at understanding aggression. Why the fuck would you fight him?
All right, what do you think is more of a foolish endeavor? Running head on against SkyJ or using Wario against MKLeo?
Wario gets MKLeo. Like that's actually okay. I can kind of understand. I can kind of understand Song's reasoning because it's like it's just Incineroar. That's how I am when I fight Incineroar. It's
Sure.
just Incineroar. You know, like you could limit it to what the character can do. Of course, he got a little stupid because Sky J is amazing at this game, but like, come on, man. The only reason Glutonny beats Leo is because Glutonny learned the matchup off Leo. You know, like
and then learned Leo.
Yeah.
That's
Charles
like when
said he has
people were telling
a
me-
decade of experience in multiple titles with this character. It helps.
yeah, bro. Like
It helps.
That's
It's-
real shit. That's real
it's it's like if you were like, damn, I really want to be Maister. Let me pick up like Cloud or Lucina. But like, even though that's a winning matchup for you, it really goes against you because he lives with your fucking MKLeo and Spargo. It's like, all right, well, why would you ever do that?
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Nah,
Yeah, it's so stupid.
I'm not really taking shots at you, Meister. You know we love you over here. It was just funny. It was just funny. You got to try something new after such a skewed record. I get it, but no. Overall,
Sora, if anything.
yeah, for sure. I want to. Go.
Did you get to talk to Dabuz at all?
That's what I wanted to bring up. Do you have it with you, Light?
Yeah.
Get it right now. Grab it.
Are
Grab
you
it.
serious?
Yeah, grab it.
All right. I just want to say that if I do this, it is not on me.
Okay.
Like this is not me. This is Phil telling me to do this.
Oh,
He's-
That's what's
Nah.
get it.
All right, do you?
I
shake
accept
my hand,
responsibility. I expect responsibility. I don't care. Get it. It's funny.
what's going on.
Okay, so Light, so you obviously know that unfortunately Dabuz, friend of the show, he got 49th at the event, right? He lost to Toon Link, whose name escapes me, and then Justice, all right? Light has the remnants of the controller that that Dabuz tried to slam dunk on the floor, if I'm not mistaken.
Before I go on,
The remnants.
why do I have it?
Yes.
Okay, before I show it, once again, I'd just like to say that I don't want to show this. I love Dabuz. I'm a huge Dabuz fan.
We're all Dabuz fans.
We love
And
Dabuz.
if you've noticed a common trend of my podcast, I get a lot of fucking hate for things Phil makes me do. Like how everyone believes that I just 100% agreed with everything Dr. Allen said. Thanks, Phil.
My goat.
So, the reason I have the controller is because after the events happened, I kind of wanted it, and I didn't know where it was. And Last had the controller, right?
Shouts to Last.
Last had the controller,
Last has a lot of controllers from
and
his-
Last was gonna keep it. And I said I want it, and he said if you do good in the crew battle, you could have it. Go figure. I'm the only one who did good in the USA crew battle.
Damn.
So he said I earned the controller. And then I tried to fix it by slamming it back on the floor. It didn't work.
So did you break it more?
No. Nothing could nothing could make worse what was already done.
Dude,
I feel really bad showing this.
let me
Come
see
on,
that
let's
shit.
see it, Jim.
Yo, you guys are bad people. Do you guys not fuck with? I love the buzz.
We love the
I love
buzz,
the
but
buzz.
it's
Let me see
already
that
out
shit.
there. It's not a big deal.
I'm gonna regret this. I know I'm gonna hear something about this later. All right, here we go. You
Look
see
at
the analog stick?
that analog stick is hanging one way. Wait, is there a piece of the controller missing at the bottom?
No, it's there.
Okay.
It's the analog stick is fucked. The buttons are kind of fucked, and this L button doesn't click anymore.
I thought it was gonna look way
I
worse.
thought it was gonna be like sliced in half or something.
No. It's actually a really cool controller. I think it's a really
Let me see it again,
which is it's why I want it. The Buzz has a fucking cool controller.
dude.
It's not like
That is a cool controller.
that's
That's a
a
historical.
really fucking cool controller.
That's a historical artifact now. Like if you imagine
Yeah.
if you were able to restore it back to its glory and you like sell it back to the Buzz.
Now that's Olimar or Alf?
Shut the fuck up.
Is that Olimar or Alf?
It's Alf.
Alf.
I think it's really funny that he put Alf on this because do you guys know his Alf story?
Yeah, and like his Alf story was he was supposed to just be playing Alf until he won a major, and then he actually ended up winning a major, but he's still playing Alf.
No, he never won a major with Olimar.
He won. Oh, well, yeah, I guess you're right.
Wait, what major did he win though?
He won CEO.
I don't think he counts that.
Well, he tweeted like, "I finally won
major when you want to see.
Maybe it's with Olimar then.
I mean, we call
But yeah,
everything a major these days, so whatever.
Yeah, that's actually
That's
a fact.
bullshit.
Yeah, no, he hates Alf though, so I'm surprised he put Alf on the controller, you know? But yeah, no, I have the controller. And I like it.
Okay.
Use it.
Yeah, maybe I'll fix it up. Yo, what if I fix it up and give it back to him?
I think, you know what, that's kind of where I was going with this. I was like, this would be a nice little treat for Dabuz. Like, we have the controller.
I can never imagine anything you say going anywhere positively, just saying. But anyways.
What a dick.
What a factual dick.
I don't think he's the dick.
Yeah, you should have me show the controller that he raged with on the fucking camera.
I wanted to see the controller that inspired apparently like some concern in the venue, the most horrible thing someone's ever seen. Which I was just like, well, that must be a very sheltered life you're living. So that's awesome. But no, I real talk. Hope Dabuz bounces back from that. I'm telling you, this is just gonna fuel his Steve rage agenda. That's all that's gonna happen. Steve's gonna go crazy.
Though I do feel bad about showing the controller, and I am sorry for Dabuz. Fuck you for not playing in the crew battle because I had to get shafted with everyone else. Like, bro,
Tweek's
that
banjo.
crew battle, I don't care what anyone says. That crew battle was USA's second string featuring Light versus all the best Latin American players ever, bro. I don't care that I lost to Webb. Webb lost to a fucking Pac-Man after. I don't care. Then he got like 3 stocked by SkyJ in the crew battle. You're fucking shit, Webb. And I told him that in person because I don't like people who beat me and then lose to like shit you shouldn't lose to, you know? I get so mad. And then Karama lost to fucking Incineroar. And then Tweek went Banjo. Cola was on the side just watching.
He was laughing.
Bro, like, no one's fucking helped me. I took some pretty raw stocks. I took 1 stock off SkyJ, 3 stocks off new era Leo. We gotta start giving him forms again. Remember, like, Form de Leo? We gotta bring back forms. Because there's definitely forms now.
True.
And then I took 2 stocks off Spargo, the Son of Light. And then, Spargo, he's not like an Elden Ring boss, bro. Spargo, Son of Light. Yeah, we gotta make this shit, bro. Yeah.
Spargo, Son of Light.
Yeah, SkyJ may have taken 11 second string stocks, but I took 5 like goated stocks.
And that's why you earned the controller.
I think this is a really good way to end LMBM. Max, you did an amazing job running this event. I love chatting it up. I loved gooning 24/7. Just a great time, and I am definitely going next year.
100%. Looking forward to what they put together. And shouts to Luminosity for assisting, making it an even better event this year as well. So we'll switch gears a little bit to another huge tournament that took place. This time in Japan overseas. Our very own Cosmos was there. Did very good at that tournament. 17th. That was a stacked tournament. I mean, they brought everybody. I mean, I saw people at that tournament. I ain't seen it forever. I think Leo was playing the
I'll try to catch you off. Yo, is there another meaning for the word gooning?
You know what? I don't know because I'd be like, yeah, me and my goons are chilling, and people be like, you mean you're what? I don't know what 2023 did to the word goon. Okay,
Goon? Yeah, like,
but it ain't what you
is
think.
It 2023 or is it white people? I gotta figure it out.
I don't want to hear like, oh, he doesn't know. I do know. You niggas are weird. Okay, what goon means to you and to us are different. We ended it on that. Back to Umebura. Like I said. All the names came out, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy to see the Japanese finest players, but there are only top 8 slots available. So talk to me, Cosmos. How was the tournament? And give us a taste of your run as well. You did quite well.
Yeah, what? Why are you laughing so hard?
What the heck was going on over there?
One might say I was indeed gooning at this tournament.
All right. Anyway,
the heck?
Sussy.
Sus.
Anyway. Yeah, Umebura was it was a really, really good tournament. It was definitely probably like tied for my favorite Japanese tournament with Kagurabi from last year. The vibes were like they weren't the same, but like the energy level was the vibes were the same in a different way. essentially. Like it was like another Japanese Genesis kind of feel tournament. So the fact that like everybody was there, like literally every single Japanese player was there. There was like 2,400 or 2,048 entrants.
That's crazy.
Always capped. Yeah, it was really crazy. So, the main thing that was just weird about it right off the bat was as soon as I got here, because I got to Japan I flew Tuesday and got here Wednesday. So I was like, okay, I have like I have Wednesday to set my schedule, Thursday to like really like just kind of warm up and like make sure I'm not jet lagged, and then Friday I play. But then I found out that the tournament actually starts on Saturday because Monday was a holiday. It was like coming of age holiday, which is actually why Neo, the corn player, wasn't able to play because it's like a holiday for when you turn 20 years old, and like people that turn 20 years old like do something for that holiday. So he turns 20 years old this year, so that's why he didn't.
There's a Japanese quinceañera.
Holy, for 20 years old.
Oh my god!
No, not every Japanese player was there, but like the majority of Japanese players were there.
Japanese bar mitzvah.
Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Hi, like.
Hey.
So that's why the tournament was like top 16 was on Monday because it was a holiday for everybody else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had pools on Saturday, and then top 300 only pools was on Saturday, and then top 360 to 384 until top 16 was on Sunday. So I played pools on Saturday and I played pretty well. I had to play 3 matches. My last match was I had to play like I don't know who my first match was, but then I had to play a Game & Watch, and then I played a Wario, and thankfully, I was scared because I didn't know when best of 5 was going to start, but it actually started on your 3rd match, or the match to make it out of pools, which is always like one of the scariest matches if it's a best of 3.
That's good.
Yeah.
So it was a best of 5, and I felt more comfortable knowing that I didn't have to stress against Wario in a best of 3. So I beat him 3-0, and then Sunday, I immediately had to play a Samus player that was apparently very good, and I started the day pretty.
Teshi?
Yeah, Teshi. He was very, very good.
Yeah.
I was definitely like not so warmed up because I woke up kind of late and I got there because on Saturday, the first day, I got there on time and the tournament started like 40 minutes late. So I was like, okay, well, I guess then maybe this is kind of just a thing that happens. So I got there again, like a little bit late on Sunday, and it did start a little bit late, but they closed friendlies early so that they could start losers matches, and they started losers match first, so I didn't get to play that much. I literally just played a Lucina CPU, and I got Edgeguard in my first stock, and then Void laughed at me, and then that's basically all I got to play.
Fair.
So I was like, okay, maybe this is not going to be my tournament too. Maybe this is going to be a bad start to the new year. But I've definitely been working on a lot of stuff. And I played Teshi. I was a little bit shaky at first, but like I started to calm down like close to the end of the set, and I beat him 3-1, I believe. Clutching game 4, and then after that, I had to immediately play Tsubaki on stream.
I watched that. Good job.
Yeah, and that was definitely probably the biggest set for me in a long time because like it was just to make top 64, I believe, and like I still always get top 64 at tournaments, but like having to play the way I did against Tsubaki, especially because okay, so here's some backstory.
He's a Joker, by the way, for people listening.
Yeah, Tsubaki the Joker player. Before Umebura, there was another Tokyo Smash Bootcamp, which is a kind of like invitational thing that GACT runs so that people can practice before like a big Japanese tournament happens. So Tsubaki was there, and then we had 4 team crew battles of 5 players each, and I drafted Tsubaki to my team because I was a captain for one of the teams, and I was playing against T's team, and he drafted Shuton, who also plays Aegis. So I was like, yeah, I drafted Kameme because I feel like Kameme can do pretty well against Shuton. Kameme was like, no, do not put me against Shuton. Do not put me against Shuton. I was like, okay. And then Tsubaki out of nowhere is like, put me against Shuton. I beat Shuton every single time. I'm like, okay. all right. And then he plays Shuton, and then he just washed him. I'm like, damn. So he really knows the Aegis matchup. So I was like, wait a second. So I looked up Tsubaki against Shuton on YouTube, and he beat him like 3 times, 3-0. So I was like, okay, I have to play him as Aegis. I'm not playing any other character. I haven't practiced any other character. So I was like, this is going to be really hard, even though I am also very good at the Joker matchup because my practice partner, Nan, used to play Joker. He doesn't really play
Shout out to Nan.
Shout out to Nan, but he doesn't play the game too much anymore. But because of him, I'm really good at the Joker matchup. I was still like kind of stressed, like this is gonna be a very like in-depth matchup set. And during the set, like I was getting 3-stocked in game 1. I'm like, he definitely knows way more about the matchup than I thought he would know, and I almost reversed 3-stocked him. So I was like, okay, maybe going into game 2, I can like just take my momentum from game 1. And then game 2, he just 3-stocked me. It's like he knew how to just close the next stock. I was like, okay, well, I guess at the end of the day, like, if I lose, I lose. At this point, I don't have anything to lose because it looks like I'm already going to lose. I got 3-stocked. It doesn't really matter at this point. So I was playing, and then I don't know, there's like, I don't know if you know how this goes, like, but like, you know, like whenever you really, really know a matchup, like you play somebody, you play someone a lot that plays one character, and then you play someone in bracket, and then they do like the exact same option that like the person you usually practice with does against you, and then you're like, he plays almost exactly like this person that I play, and then you just like honestly lose all nerves.
I know that scenario situationally, specifically with Aegis mains, actually. It's like, for example, you know, like if I do dash attack up tilt on Aegis at 0%, you can foresight it.
Yeah.
I know that every Aegis, because I played you, is going to air dodge there. So then I get like an easy 40% usually, which doesn't usually work on you anymore. But since I've been doing it versus you for so long, all of them just get hit by that.
Yeah. So like what happened was I was like during the first stock of game 3, it was like back and forth. And then at some point, like at like last hit of the first stock, I was just shielding at ledge, and he just ran up and grabbed me. And I was like, honestly, that's something that Nan does every single time. And I don't know why that specific scenario made me not nervous at all anymore. But like my hands literally like stopped shaking completely. And then I was just playing him, and I was just playing like myself the entire time. So after that, I basically was like, I'm going to reverse 3-0 him. And I almost fucked it up because I did a double jump at the end where he caught my double jump with RSN back air game 5 last stock. But I was very happy that, I was very happy that I won that, or I lived that scenario, because one of the things I've been working on was my disadvantage, because I felt like I was probably the worst top Aegis with disadvantage in the game. So I've been working on that. And the fact that like I was able to stay calm in that scenario and live and then win right after that, that's the only reason why I popped off, because I was like, my practice is actually working. And that's all that mattered. So I was like, okay, because I know that my practice is working and it made me win the set, I know that if I keep practicing, I'm going to be the player that I know that I can be and I should be eventually if I keep practicing. So after that, it just gave me a lot of confidence for like the entire rest of the tournament and the rest of the year and just like everything after that, which is why after that I played Dio and I basically just 3-0'd him, because I was like, okay, well, I practice and I'm really good at the snake matchup.
Yep.
And he just wins this matchup. There's no way he can really contest me. And I just 3-0'd him. So it was
I do want to say real quick, I think it's also interesting to note about how you felt about the entire what's his name again? The Joker player?
Tsubaki.
Yeah, the entire set. It's very interesting how you felt, because he's actually the first player you fought that bracket that you were seeded to lose to.
Yeah, I was seeded to lose to too. So that also gave me, there was a lot of things around that one set that gave me a lot of confidence just for the rest of the year. Like not even just getting 17th, but just playing Tsubaki, who was somebody that I was supposed to lose to. People thought I would lose to. He really knows the Aegis matchup. He beat Shuton 3 times, who is like probably the like known as the best Aegis right now.
Yeah.
And like the fact that I had to reverse 3 on him, like that, all that gave me a lot of confidence to realize that like I'm still like a very good player. So yeah, after that I played Dio. My hands still weren't shaking. I was very confident, and then after that, I believe that put me into top 32 winners.
For Zackray or Acola, right?
Acola, yeah. And that was the only thing that was like, I wish was different, or maybe I did differently, because I was supposed to play him immediately. Like Sean, who I guess helps with the tournament sometimes, told me that I was going to play immediately. So we sat down to play, or we sat down to wait for a stream. And then the streamer just came up to us and was like, actually, you have like 2 to 3 hours before you guys play. So I was like, okay, well, that's how it is. Like, I know that I have momentum right now, and I definitely felt like I could have beat Acola at that moment because of I felt like invincible, essentially, just because of that set. So I was like, I can definitely beat Acola. And then obviously, like whenever you have time to like wind down and cool down, and I was still kind of jet lagged. I didn't eat the entire day, and I felt like I couldn't eat because I still had bracket. And like I kind of wanted to take a nap, but I couldn't because I didn't want to I just didn't want to ruin my flow.
You wake up differently.
Exactly. So I was like, I'm just gonna kind of wait it out, and I was getting tired. And I feel like when I started playing Acola, I definitely was not in it. I wasn't sure if I should have kept playing or not. After the set, I probably realized that I definitely should have kept playing. But game 3, I definitely felt like I was playing more like myself, and I was bringing it back. I was winning basically the entire game 3, and then I made one greedy play, and then he just killed me off of it off diamond, because diamond kills you at 60.
Yeah.
So that still gave me reassurance, okay, I still know what I'm doing, and I definitely still need to practice the Steve matchup. So I was like, okay, well, regardless of how it went and the circumstances that I had, this is still a good situation for me to be able to just understand I can still beat players like this. And then after that, I had to play Zomba in losers, which is funny because Zomba came to me when I was about to play Acola, and he was trying to help me beat Acola because he didn't want to play me, and he'd rather play Acola.
Yeah, he wants Acola bad. Yeah.
So that gave me confidence too. But playing Zomba was probably, I had a really I felt really good about my Tsubaki set, but playing Zomba was probably the most fun set of the tournament because we're good friends, and I know that he we both want to have America do well in the Japanese tournament. We're okay, well, we're regardless of who wins, we both want to win, obviously, but regardless of who wins, we're gonna have an American player in top 16.
Definitely.
So I was just happy the entire set playing him, and I feel like I was playing pretty well. I definitely could have played better. I made some mistakes. I know he did too, but I also did some really good clutch plays.
Made some comebacks too.
Yeah, and game 5 I got 3 stock. But
can I mention something about that real quick?
So did Void. You're fine.
Yeah, no, we mentioned it because I was watching Void. I was watching Void on my phone, and then we were watching you on Phil's stream. You and Void both clutched up a game 4 to game 5 set into getting 3 stocked.
Yeah, and it was funny because this is kind of what happened with you at Collision, because I saw you lose at Collision at the same time I was playing. I was like, damn, I'm next,
the
bro.
Steve, right?
Yeah, Steve. Yeah, I'm next, bro. So what happened was this is just I'm not really a superstitious person, but before the set, we both got up to the stage at the same time. I was on the EGS stream. He was on the VG Bootcamp stream, and he had a Red Bull. I was like, yo, boy, can I have some of your Red Bull? He was like, sure. So I took a sip of his Red Bull, and I was like, after he lost game 5, I looked up and saw him lose game 5, 3 stocks. I'm like, damn, am I gonna get 3 stock game 5? I was like, there's no fucking way. And then I got 3 stock game 5. I'm like, I gotta stop doing this, bro. There's no I gotta start doing
that. That's tough.
Aside from that, it was a really fun set playing against Zomba. He's a very, very good player, and to be able to take a player like him to game 5, I feel like I should have won game 3 also. I just kind of went for something greedy, and he killed me off of it, and then I lost my lead after that. If I didn't go for that, I probably would have won.
Yeah.
And been up 2-1, and probably would have had the mental edge over him for the rest of the set. So I very well could have made top 16 at the tournament, which was a P-tier tournament, which was that gives me a lot of confidence to know that I could have done that and know that I could have gone a lot further.
Yes, you could.
The only thing that is that like, I definitely was not prepared for Min this tournament, and to make top 8 at this tournament, I would have had to play Dodomigi, the Min that Gluto beat in winners, and I played him at the Tokyo Smash Boot Camp, and I won literally one game over like an hour and a half. So I was like, "There's no way I'm going to beat him with Aegis. I'm not going to play Aegis in that matchup, but I haven't practiced that matchup with any other character yet. So I'm going to need to practice that matchup." So
I think you can do it with Aegis, though.
like I have. It's just not worth it. It's really not worth it. The mental strain and like the fact that like the other character I play is Corrin, and apparently every Corrin player says that Corrin wins, and every Min player says that it's like one of Min's worst matchups. There's no point in not going Corrin.
That's fair. Okay.
That Min was OD. Like I'm not saying you couldn't have won. I'm just saying
15 years old too.
Yeah, that Min was a problem. I mean, that's just Japan in general, right? And obviously
How old is he?
like
He's
15.
like 15 years old.
Oh, he's been around since Brawl.
Clearly. Of course, the classic.
6 years old.
The classic. But no, for real, like Japan's just full of crazy talent. I mean, Zomba was only in loser bracket because he lost to TG, that cracked out banjo player.
Yeah.
Which is insane. I know Kameme made some crazy comeback against Raflo to beat him game 4 and then beat him game 5. So like there were like a lot of upsets going around. My GOAT Zackray lost to Yada. You know, he didn't seem like he was in it. Like he didn't seem like he lost to Yada.
He actually tweeted. He actually tweeted later like he felt like he kind of lost focus.
He did. He was using all Rob. It got washed in losers. He lost to Kameme in winners. He was in pit and dark pit. I'm just like, Zackray, like I know you're going to Genesis. I know you're going to refocus. Give me a Joker and then another. You pick whatever side character you want. Give me that. The Joker Renaissance is upon us. Omega, Leo, Zackray. I need you guys at the forefront.
Omega's good.
Omega's very good. His set with Leo was incredible. Remember I've said that on a couple podcasts. I thought Omega was somebody to keep an eye out for, and I'm glad to see more people are getting hip to him because he is an outstanding player. Best player in Georgia right now, I believe. No offense to Didi and
like
Cola, but I think he might have it.
A little bit of the black sheep of this tournament's for like Omega and what's his name? Anarchy, the one that beat Mudace. He also lost to Mudace and losers. Those were a bit of the black sheep. Also, somebody who randomly I keep seeing beat people. You guys know who Dominator is? Mario?
The Mario? Yeah.
Yeah, I played him once, bro. I've been seeing him for like the past couple months just randomly beating people.
He's good.
I think he's gonna come up eventually. Like
I'm glad you said that because there's another Mario I feel like the same way in Japan. His name is Snow.
No.
Guy is cracked.
I played him at some local.
Crazy.
The last time I was in Japan, and it was like extremely hard, and like that was like 5, maybe 4 months after I destroyed Kurama at Genesis. So I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna beat him because I know the Mario matchup. Kurama's the best Mario. I beat Kurama and Dark Wizzy, and I'm pretty sure he took a set off of me. He was just really, really good. So I was like, damn. Yeah. And he's probably young too.
Yes.
And Mario's broken.
And Mario's he's another one of those characters people are starting to crack it open for sure. But let's talk about the Umebura actual top 8, right? Those who made top 8 for sure. Kameme, Dad Meme showing up big time, doing it for his son. He had a crazy run.
Did he bring the kid?
He did bring the kid.
If you give it MVP for Umebura, it has to be Kameme.
100%. Just off the strength of being a good father.
Bro, he is...
And he beat Yoshidora in losers.
I think he is my favorite Japanese player, and he has been for some time. The moment he picked up Sora, like I love Sora, and just watching him play Sora is insane.
It's nuts.
But now you are top 8ing so consistently. Didn't he get like 3rd or 4th?
Yeah.
I thought he got 5th.
No, he got 4th.
Oh, he got 4th? Okay.
I'm looking now.
Gotcha.
He got 4th, losing to, I'm guessing that's Miya.
Yeah, he lost to Miya. I think he beat Ken. Did he beat Ken?
He did beat Ken.
Yeah, which is incredible because Ken is just generational. I mean, you want to talk about an accomplished figure in this community who has done so much. Like, beating Ken, that alone should get you a trophy. Good job.
One of your favorite players too, right?
Love Ken.
For a long time now.
for a long time.
We've patched things
Brawl.
up. It's my guy.
Since Brawl.
I love him. He's great. Since Brawl.
I can't believe everyone in this top 8 has been around since Brawl, especially
crazy.
Acola and Miya.
Acola, Miya, Totemigi, since Brawl.
Oh, man. Wait, so I don't know this. Did Acola get a reset?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
No. Miya, he went game 5, yeah.
I just want to say, I truthfully believe Miya will be the best in Japan soon. But holy shit, he looked like he looked like year 1 Meister in that last stock.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, Acola still be playing like. I feel like, you know what's funny? I was talking to Void because Void actually had to play Acola 2 right after I played Tsubaki. And then after he played against him, he was like, what he told me was like, bro, I just felt like Acola wasn't even trying. I was like, damn, that's tragic. But it's like...
To win the tournament?
No, like, to beat Void.
Oh,
okay. He had to beat Void. He was like, I feel like Acola wasn't even trying whenever I played him. And it's like, it's not that he's not trying. It's just that sometimes whenever Steve does stuff, it just looks like he's not trying. Like,
yeah, man.
I
don't know.
Listen,
could have been me. That man always pops off versus me.
Two things can be true. Steve is a broken ass character, and Acola is a talented player. He's very cracked at the game too.
Yeah.
We've seen him have success with Aegis as well. Like he's good at the game, bro. Like he's straight up just good at the game. You know,
like literally the way that he beat Miya. Like in that last scenario, like he just threw out 4 backers. It's not gonna look like he's really trying. But then you see like how he beat Ken. Like that was a top player ass read. The way that he beat Ken.
Yes, when Ken jumped up and he was on the block, he was just like forward smash.
I was like, okay,
that was crazy.
That was some shit that you see on Twitter like clip.
I would have thrown out 4 back airs too if Miya threw out 7 down airs.
That's fair.
We would be remiss if we didn't mention why Miya was even in losers bracket. Shouts to Gluto getting a big win on Miya with Wario.
I think that's the second time.
Yeah, he beat him one time at a Ludwig tournament, and then he beat him here. So
the first time I ever played was at Ludwig tournament, which is like not even surprising to me. I think it is easily Gluto who is the most respected player in all of the top player world. Like in that, if we were all in a group chat and we had to vote who was the most like respected player, I think it's easily Glutonny.
I could see that.
It's like Glutonny then Leo. But like I think Glutonny is easily there because everyone just acknowledges how good he is. And you know, it looks like he's not sometimes, but I feel like if you ever think he's doing bad, it's actually he just hasn't shown up for a few months.
Yeah, or he just doesn't know the matchup yet because it's DLC.
Yeah, I'll say that. He is the best player at getting gimmicked in the top level. But other than that, he's just so fundamentally sound.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So kudos to him. Him and me are 2-2 now, I believe, which is really awesome. So looking for, hopefully, maybe the next showdown will be at Genesis. I think that'd be a great place to have the 5th game or 5th set for sure between those two. A lot of both of these tournaments, I feel like are making a lot of good headway for what we can expect out of Genesis, which is going to be insane. And really kudos to Tweek for, again, LMBM. Yeah, and Acola for winning Umebura and kind of snapping that losing streak he had against Miya for a little while, because Miya did beat him for like the last 2 or 3 sets, I think. So that's really big on his end, I'm sure. Like that pop-off he did. There was some crazy pop, like Kameme with the Air Jordan pop-off was insane. Acola's pop-off, Gluto's pop-off. Like, you could make a whole compilation of that in and of itself. Those pop-offs are crazy.
Air Jordan pop-off. Instead of holding the ball, though, he's holding his kid.
Dude, I don't know if y'all saw that, like saw the picture of his pop-off, of how high it was. I literally thought it was edited. I thought it was not a real picture. And then I saw the clip, I was like, whoa!
Bro got ups.
That dude's vert is crazy, bro. It's actually insane. But yeah, man.
We need help.
What I will say is, I mean, on the America side of things, we might have a bit of a settle down until Genesis. But I mean, you're not settling down to the Japan side of things. You guys have Coolon coming out this week, right?
Yeah, actually, like literally in 4 hours, we have a summit-like tournament with a couple of top players. Like I know Gluto's going to be there, Ashino's going to be there. Apollo Kage, me, and like other top Japanese players. Like there's no Shuton, no Acola, no Miya, but they're still like it's a B+ tier because of all the good players.
Will they be at Coolon?
I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be at Cool.
Oh, that's great. That's a 1 day or 2 day, do you know?
It's a 2 day. It's Saturday, Sunday.
Nice.
So it's probably Friday night, Saturday night for
Yep.
America.
We
Are
will.
you going into Wednesday right now?
Yeah, it's Wednesday, 6 a.m. for me right now.
Okay.
W. Thanks for staying up. Look at that commitment to the podcast. We gotta.
Look at that, man. And the best quality.
Yeah, true.
And the best quality.
Shouts to Watch for that. My boy Watch is a legend for that.
And the nicest melanin and a nice necklace. Nice shirt.
You look good, boy.
Yeah,
you look
you're
good.
sexy, bro.
You look good. All right, straight up.
Yo, do a little spin for me.
You know what I'm saying?
Off camera, just a geisha massaging his foot. It was crazy. But let me. I will say this. To kind of wrap up everything. I know Zackray said he's going to Genesis, which I'm excited for. I think my goat will be back on track and motivated for that. I made a bet with Haz, okay, and he'll probably talk about this on Tweek Talks. Make sure you guys watch Tweek Talks as well. I made a bet with Haz. I said Zackray will top 8 Genesis. He was just like, no, he won't. It's like, ye of little faith. I bet $100. I bet $100 Zackray is going to top 8 Genesis. So Zackray, sincerely from EE to you, get the job done.
We're gonna rig the bracket. Don't worry. He's gonna fight me to get in the top 8, and I'm gonna be like, "Ooh, my wig," and then I'm gonna I'm gonna lose on purpose.
If he has to fight you to get top 8, then oh no, because Leo always beats you on losers. Yeah, you're right. You
Yes, sir. I refuse to lose to Zackray. I have a forever hate boner for Zackray. He's one of my favorite Japanese players, but in the head-to-head, I have a forever hate boner towards him.
That's my son.
Yeah, bro. Well, my son is top 2 in the world, so.
All right, well, my son is rich, so.
My son is very fucking rich.
I'm going with Cosmos.
Wow. My son is rich too, just in one country.
Dude, I was at the Tokyo Smash weekend thing, and then I saw Zackray, and he was wearing a fur coat. I was like, who the fuck is that?
He's different. He's different, bro. Come on now.
I love
Man turned 21, started acting different. He said, I think I'll go to America and have what do you call them? Beers? I'll have a beer.
I love that.
I love Zackray too, actually.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
I'm looking forward to Genesis.
Yeah, 100%. Genesis is going to be Liddy City, guys. Very much so looking forward to that. Looking forward to all the great events coming up. And we'll, of course, keep up with Cosmos next week because he'll be in Japan again. So we'll tap in with him for next week's episode. Speaking of next week's episode, I am proud to announce we have officially firmly locked down a date for MKLeo. He will be on next week's episode of Lights Out. So that's going to be really exciting. It's 100% in the works. I went on Go Talk with Coney. So in exchange for that, he was like, yeah, I'll come on your podcast 100%. So that's locked up. The GOAT will be here next week. We'll also be officially debuting and announcing our Patreon, which will go live next week as well, featuring some exclusive content with some of your favorite top players, including MKLeo. So a lot of big stuff to announce next week, and we're really looking forward to it. But that's pretty much it from me. If you fellas have anything to say for your closing arguments.
It's been a great episode. I think me and Cosmos both feel amazing about Smash right now. Cosmos owes Phil $500. Please don't play Steve. I think that's all I had to say about
Look,
this.
the bet, I can clear up the bet right now. The bet did its job. It was to inspire my boy Cosmos to get his confidence back, and he did just that. And that, my friends, is priceless. We are even Steven heading into 2024. He's going to keep holding it down. I'm satisfied. That is my pay. That's payment enough.
Well, if that was a viewer, I'd say that's fucking lame. I would have at least lied and said you're good behind the scenes, but whatever.
He knows I'm not signed.
It's
He's
true.
still gonna ask for it off stream.
He did it the other way around. Instead of saying pay up and then you're even off stream, he's like, we're even on stream. Give me the money, Jim.
You just typed in the chat.
Quiet, Jim. Anyway,
he said me and Phil are good. Wait a minute. I just saw 100 tier 1s hit my fucking screen.
Cosmos. Yes. Guys, that's going to do it for Lights Out episode 41. Fun way to start off the new year. Hope you guys are excited for an incredible new year that we have, because we got a lot of big plans ahead of us and we want you guys to be a part of it. So you know the vibes, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.